He didn't trip on the stairs. He didn't slip in the shower. He just got up too many times at night, and one morning, his balance was gone. If you're over 70, your bedtime habits can quietly shape the rest of your life. The late-night snack you thought was harmless? It's disrupting your heart. That glass of water before bed? It's breaking your sleep in dangerous ways. Most people think sleep is just passive rest. But at this stage of life, sleep becomes your body's last line of defense. In this video, we'll uncover 4 habits you must rethink before they begin costing you more than just sleep. 1. Eating heavy meals. Too late at night. After 70, metabolism slows and digestion becomes less efficient. Eating large meals near bedtime increases risk of acid reflux, high blood pressure, blood sugar spikes, and cardiovascular events. Heavy meals keep the body busy, digesting when it should be resting. Recommendation: finish eating 3 to 4 hours before bed. Opt for light snacks like fruit or herbal tea if necessary. It's quiet. The television clicks off, the lights dim, and for a few brief moments, everything slows down. For many, bedtime feels like a simple routine, but after 70, it becomes something else entirely, a window into your body's changing rhythm, a mirror reflecting your physical and emotional resilience. It is in this final hour of the day, more than any other, that the smallest habits can shape the biggest outcomes: how well you sleep, how safely you rise, and how long you stay independent. Here's the unspoken truth. Aging doesn't just change your joints or your memory. It rewrites your sleep architecture. The cycles grow lighter, the interruptions more frequent, and your body's ability to recover overnight? It starts working on borrowed time. That means the things that once seemed harmless, late-night snacks, a second cup of tea, an extra blanket, can now quietly become dangerous. But no one teaches this. There's no guidebook handed out with your Medicare card, so you do what you've always done: eat when you're hungry, sleep when you're tired, drink water before bed, because your doctor said to stay hydrated. And yet, you wake at 2 a.m. again. Your heart races, your legs ache, your mind spins. The next morning, you're foggy, your balance is off, and you wonder, is this just how it is now? Not necessarily. This video isn't about scaring you, it's about equipping you. Because if you're over 70, your bedtime habits aren't just about comfort anymore. They're about risk. But here's the good news. Risk can be reduced, habits can be rewired, and sleep can become restorative again, if you know what to avoid. In the next sections, we'll walk through 4 common bedtime habits that might seem harmless or even helpful, but could be quietly undermining your health, your sleep, and your long-term safety. We'll explore real stories from those who've unknowingly suffered the consequences, and most importantly, how they took their evenings back. Because the hour before sleep isn't just a wind down. For those over 70, it's a decision point, and every night that decision shapes how strong, how sharp, and how steady you'll be the next morning. 2. Drinking too much liquid before bed. Seniors have less bladder control and are more prone to nocturia, frequent nighttime urination. Getting up frequently at night raises risk of falls, postural hypotension, and sleep disruption. Interrupted sleep is linked to higher dementia and cognitive decline risks. Recommendation: hydrate earlier in the day. Taper fluid intake by late afternoon. Avoid caffeine in the evening. You wouldn't expect a bowl of noodles or a late-night sandwich to lead to heart palpitations, shallow sleep, or even a fall in the middle of the night. But that's exactly what can happen when you eat too close to bedtime after 70. Your body may still crave the habits of your younger years, but your internal systems, digestion, metabolism, cardiovascular stability have quietly changed. And they're asking for something different now: rest before repair, not multitasking both at once. Here's what most people don't realize. After age 60, the production of stomach acid slows, gut motility decreases, and insulin response weakens. That means it takes longer to digest food. Blood sugar levels spike more easily. Acid reflux becomes more likely, especially when lying down. And this isn't just about discomfort, it's about safety. An overworked digestive system at night can keep your heart rate elevated and your sleep fragmented. You wake more often, you toss, you turn, and each interruption is a chance for a stumble, a misstep, or a dangerous fall when walking half asleep to the bathroom. Let's take the case of Diane, 74. She'd always been a night owl, dinner around 8:30, dessert at 9, then off to bed by 10:30. But over the years, her sleep got choppier. She'd wake with a racing heart, feel bloated, and her reflux got so bad it sometimes made her cough in her sleep. One night, disoriented from a poor night's rest, she tripped on the way to the kitchen and fractured her wrist. That was her wake-up call. Her doctor helped her shift her meal times, and now she eats dinner at 6 o'clock and avoids snacks after 7 o'clock. Her reflux is gone. Her heart rate is steadier, and she says her sleep feels less like war, more like healing. The science backs her up. Late-night eating, especially heavy, fatty, or spicy meals, has been shown to increase nighttime cortisol, disrupt circadian rhythms, and suppress deep-wave sleep. And if you already deal with blood pressure, diabetes, or heart conditions, the effects can be even more pronounced. This doesn't mean you need to go to bed hungry, but it does mean you need to be strategic. Want a nighttime snack? Think simple, light, and early. A small banana, a few almonds, herbal tea. Let your body wind down, not gear up for another metabolic sprint, because sleep isn't passive, it's active repair. And food too close to bedtime means your body is being asked to digest when it should be restoring your heart, brain, and immune system. So the next time you think, I'll just have a little bite before bed, ask yourself, is this food feeding your comfort or stealing your recovery? 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. Older adults regulate body temperature less efficiently. A warm bedroom can cause overheating, dehydration, and increased heart strain. Warm environments disrupt deep, restorative sleep, contributing to grogginess and cardiovascular risks. Recommendation: keep the room between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Use breathable blankets and light sleepwear. We've all heard it. Stay hydrated. And after 70, that advice often takes on new urgency. Prevent urinary tract infections, support kidney function, keep the skin supple. But what no one tells you is this: when you hydrate matters just as much as how much, especially at night. There's a common habit among many older adults that seems healthy on the surface: chugging a full glass or two of water right before bed. It's logical. You don't want to wake up dehydrated. But what that habit actually does is set off a chain reaction, one that often leads to groggy 2 a.m. wake-ups, multiple trips to the bathroom, and in worst cases, devastating falls in the dark. It's called nocturia, frequent urination at night. And by the time you're in your 70s or 80s, it's already common due to age-related changes in bladder capacity, kidney function, and hormone balance. Add late-night water to that mix, and it's like tossing fuel onto a smoldering fire. You may not just wake once, you may wake 3, 4, 5 times, and every single time you do, you increase your chance of confusion, disorientation, blood pressure drops, or losing your balance. Take George, 79. He prided himself on drinking 8 full glasses of water every day, religiously finishing his quota with a big glass at 10 p.m. But over time, his sleep became fractured. He'd stumble to the bathroom in the dark, feeling groggy and stiff. One night, after slipping on a small bath mat, he landed hard and bruised a rib. His daughter, alarmed, helped him adjust his hydration routine, shifting his fluid intake to earlier hours and avoiding liquids after 7 p.m. Within a week, he was sleeping longer stretches, and the grogginess began to fade. Here's the nuance. Hydration is vital, but your body needs water throughout the day, not just crammed into the evening. By spacing fluid intake from morning through late afternoon and then gently tapering by dinner time, you give your body the hydration it needs without burdening your nights with urgency and instability. Also, be mindful of what you're drinking. Caffeinated tea, alcohol, or sugary drinks not only stimulate the bladder, but can mess with your heart rate, your sleep cycles, and your mental clarity. And what about medications? Many older adults are on diuretics, meds that increase urination to control blood pressure or swelling. Timing those properly, often in the morning, can dramatically reduce nighttime disruptions. It's worth having a doctor revisit your dosing schedule if nocturia is a chronic issue. So next time you reach for that glass before bed, pause. Ask yourself, have I already given my body what it needed during the day? Because sometimes, loving your body at night means giving it rest, not another reason to wake up. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. Sleeping on the back can block airways, leading to snoring, sleep apnea, and poor oxygen circulation. Right-side sleeping may stress the heart. Recommendation: sleep on the left side for better circulation, digestion, and reduced risk of heart strain. Use pillows to maintain position and support joints. When you're younger, you fall asleep without thinking twice, on the couch, under a pile of blankets, maybe even with a fan humming in the background. But after 70, everything changes. The body's internal thermostat doesn't regulate as effectively. Joint pain flares with poor alignment. Airway stability shifts. And the quiet decisions you make about your room temperature and sleep position start whispering louder consequences the next morning. Let's talk temperature first. Older adults are more prone to overheating, even if they don't feel hot. The body becomes less efficient at shedding excess warmth, especially during deep sleep. A room that feels cozy at first, say 72 or 73 degrees Fahrenheit, might actually cause subtle overheating during the night, raising your heart rate, disturbing your rest, and leading to shallow, non-restorative sleep. In some cases, it even increases the risk of nighttime heart events. Then there's humidity. Too much moisture in the air can lead to labored breathing, especially for those with respiratory issues. Too little and your airways dry out, triggering coughing or sinus congestion. Finding the right balance, cool, dry, and breathable, creates a safer and more stable environment for uninterrupted rest. Now let's add posture to the mix. Sleeping on your back may seem natural, but in older adults, especially those with snoring or mild sleep apnea, it can partially block the airway, restricting oxygen and increasing nighttime wakings. Worse, it can aggravate acid reflux. And while side sleeping is generally better, which side matters more than you might think? Studies show that left side sleeping improves circulation, reduces reflux, and even supports better heart function. On the right side, certain heart and blood pressure issues may subtly worsen due to gravitational pressure on internal organs. And for people with arthritis or joint stiffness, an unsupportive position can lead to morning pain, stiffness, and poor balance when getting out of bed. That's exactly what happened to Linda, 77. She'd always preferred sleeping on her back. But as she aged, her sleep became broken. She'd wake coughing or feeling like she couldn't catch her breath. Her doctor suggested trying left-side sleeping, with a body pillow to support her hips and knees. The difference, she said, was like breathing on a hilltop instead of under a blanket. So, what can you do? Lower your room temperature to 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. It's the optimal range for deep sleep and heart stability. Invest in breathable bedding, cotton or bamboo sheets, light blankets, and avoid heavy quilts unless necessary. Position your body with intention. Aim for the left side, support your spine, and use a small pillow between your knees to reduce joint strain. Mind your airflow. A gentle fan, open window, or air purifier can improve oxygen circulation without overheating. Because in the stillness of night, your body does its deepest repair work. But that work can only happen when your environment supports it, not fights against it. By now, you've heard it all. Get your 8 hours. Don't stay up too late. Make sure you nap. But for older adults, those old slogans often miss the mark. Because after 70, it's no longer about how long you're in bed. It's about what your body does while you're there. And the truth is, quality of sleep, not just quantity, becomes the invisible scaffolding that holds up everything else: balance, memory, immunity, and even emotional resilience. Let's unpack that. In youth, sleep is deep and rhythmic. You cycle naturally through light, deep, and REM phases. But with age, those cycles shorten. Deep sleep, the most restorative kind, gets rarer. And even when you're asleep for 8 hours, your body might only get 1 hour of true cellular repair. That's not just fatigue. That's brain fog, slower reflexes, higher blood pressure, increased risk of dementia, and perhaps most frightening of all, falls. Sleep fragmentation makes morning instability much more likely. And here's the twist. Even one poor night's sleep can disrupt hormone regulation for days. Cortisol stays elevated, blood sugar fluctuates, and inflammation rises. You might feel it as anxiety, or forgetfulness, or joint pain that won't go away. It's all connected. Sleep is the reset button, and when it doesn't fully press, your body starts glitching in subtle ways. Let's meet Robert, 81. He wasn't sleeping deeply anymore, but he assumed that was just part of aging. He'd nap during the day, doze off during the news, and go to bed at 9 p.m. sharp. But each morning, he felt worse, not better. After tracking his sleep with a simple monitor, he discovered his actual deep sleep was less than 45 minutes per night. His doctor made 2 key adjustments. 1, increasing light exposure during the day to reset his circadian rhythm, and 2, introducing a gentle bedtime wind-down routine. No screens, soft music, and light stretching. Within weeks, his balance improved. His morning headaches vanished, and he said, "I feel like I'm finally resting again, not just lying down." So how do you improve sleep quality after 70? Build rhythm. Your body craves routine. Wake up and go to sleep at the same time every day, even weekends. Expose yourself to morning light. It anchors your circadian clock and improves melatonin production at night. Limit naps. If you nap, keep it under 30 minutes and before 2 p.m. Establish a ritual. Calm lighting, a warm shower, soft reading, or gentle music cues your nervous system to power down. Track patterns. Use a simple sleep tracker or a notebook. What nights feel good? What routines preceded them? Because at this stage in life, your sleep is no longer a luxury. It's a form of medicine, free, natural, and powerful. But like all medicine, it must be dosed wisely. timed precisely, and protected fiercely. So the next time someone asks, "Did you sleep well?" don't just think about the hours. Think about the depth, the rhythm, the restoration. Because aging well isn't about sleeping longer, it's about sleeping better. Here's what no one tells you. Your sleep isn't simply the end of your day. After 70, it becomes the foundation of your next one. And small bedtime habits you've done for years without question, can quietly erode your health if you don't reassess them. It's not about being fragile. It's about being wise. You've earned that wisdom. You've endured decades of responsibility, stress, resilience, and change. Now is the moment to reclaim what really matters: rest that heals, sleep that restores, and nights that prepare you for brighter mornings. Avoid the hidden traps. Don't let late-night eating rob your repair time. Don't let excessive water disrupt your rest. Don't let your environment work against your body's changing rhythms. Don't confuse time in bed with true restoration, because sleep is no longer just sleep. It's your nightly rebirth. Each of these 4 habits may seem minor in isolation, but together, they determine how confidently you rise, how clearly you think, and how much peace fills your day. Your 70s and beyond can be years of connection, meaning, and presence, but only if you start guarding your nights like the sacred hours they are. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, take a deep breath, adjust your room, set down your glass early, and give your body what it truly needs: a chance to begin again tomorrow, stronger, sharper, and more alive. Because at any age, but especially now, how you sleep is how you live.